Welcome back to the Leading the Pack pod, where this is the fourth time I've tried recording this today, but because for some reason the recording cuts off after like 15 minutes, when I've recorded for like 30 or 40, it didn't record. This is the fourth time I'm going to be talking about controversy, and I'm getting so sick of tired of talking about it. But let's do it, because I got to get something out, and I got to make sure, I get this done. So, it's going to probably be a little bit shorter of an episode today because I wanted to do a Super Bowl episode. I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl, but briefly. There was controversy. And like I said, I got to talk about it for the fourth time today. And I'm just, at this point, I hate the people that I'm talking about. So, the NWHL screwed up, in my opinion. They had a situation with Barstool. Now, Barstool's board is 3 women to one. Excuse me, 3 of the 4 people on the board of Barstool is women. Now, excuse me. I hate that I just said that, but I'm gonna be talking a lot. Now, people have their own view of Barstool. They might not like them, but let's get something straight. You're getting free exposure. Now, for the people who haven't seen, 2 players from the NWHL went onto the Barstool Sports podcast, one of their podcasts that is run by the CEO of the company. The CEO is a woman. Let's get that straight. Erica Nardini. Let's get her name out there. And she is a big supporter of women's hockey, of the NWHL. Now, she wanted to buy a team at one point. She wants to show support to the NWHL. She wants to do whatever she can to, get whatever exposure she can for this league that's still growing. The NWHL is still in their growing phase, and you need whatever you can when growing. She did whatever she can. She got the players on there. It's not the first time she had players on there. She wanted to buy the team. She's always showing off the jerseys, and she got railed for it. That's a weird way to put it, but she got hate for it, or the NWHL was given hate to it by a couple reporters. So now, the NWHL was in the league was in a situation where, this company that not a lot of people really care or like too much had 2 of their players on the podcast, and a reporter doesn't like that they were on there. Who are you siding with? The company that's going to give you the exposure, or essentially 2 customers that didn't like what you did compared to the other 98? See, in my opinion, I think you go with the thing that's giving you free exposure. That's helping to grow your league or helping to grow your league. English is hard. They went with the 2 customers that didn't like what they were doing. When growing a company, that's not what you want to do. Yes, I know you want all your customers to be happy, but you're not going to be able to make everybody happy at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you're growing your league, and you still need all the exposure you can get. By condemning the 2 players that went onto the podcast to promote the league, to promote their team, to promote the team that isn't even playing now anymore, because they pulled out of the league, and they were the first team to do it as well, you aren't getting that exposure, and you are, in my opinion, making your league look worse than anything, really. You want that free exposure. You want everybody to watch it. Now, they're getting other kinds of exposure, but you want everything you can get when you're still growing. Now, not a lot of people know that they are showcasing games on Twitch. They aren't being shown on Sportsnet, which apparently a lot of people talk about how, they need that exposure. A lot of people are trying to promote the league, say that they need more promotion, but they don't give that promotion. They're showing the games on Twitch, which is great. They get exposure from Barstool, which is great, but why is it Barstool? Why is it that Barstool is bad? I don't know. People might see them as their own thing. I don't think they're misogynistic. Maybe they were in the past, but now they are run by women. I think that I think that the NWHL messed up. And what are you gonna do? It happens. You're growing still. You need that exposure though. I think it was dumb that they did that. I'm not even a business major, so do I know for sure? No, I don't know for sure, but I still think whatever exposure you can get, you take. I don't know. They did what they did. Doesn't affect me. I don't care how people think of Barstool. It doesn't affect me. I just think that when you're getting exposure, you take that exposure. But if you want to check out the games, they're on Twitch. They're good games. Look for when they're playing. Check out your local team. The Toronto sucked at first. They stunk at the beginning, but I think they're on a winning streak now, which is great. It's good. It's good for them, and this is their inaugural season. So it's good that this is happening. Happy to see that they're playing well. I hope that this league grows. I hope women's hockey grows in general, but this isn't a good way. This isn't a good look for your thing, and this isn't a good way to run your team. If you're going to be running your league, if you're going to be running a league, you want whatever exposure you can, especially from a woman who really cares about women's hockey. I don't think that was smart what they did, but it happened. What are you going to do? Now, the Tony DeAngelo situation. This is a lot more fresh because this is just happening from this Sunday. So, Tony DeAngelo, he has a past of being a racist bigot, as people would call him, and that's a good way to describe him. He has been suspended by the OHL and by his former team when he was playing in the juniors during his draft year because he had said racist remarks to a player. His draft stock dropped because of that. He could have been a top 10 pick if I'm not mistaken, but he was drafted 19th overall by Tampa in 2014. This was his thing to screw up. He screwed up bad at the beginning. And then he was walking on thin ice for a second chance, and then he screwed it up, which I'm surprised he lasted this long, in all honesty. I'm surprised it took this long for him to get waived or to get whatever. The Rangers were looking to move on from him at the beginning, before in the summer, but nobody really wanted to take him because he's just got a controversial past. Now, he has a past, or he's very into his political ideology. Take it as you will. I think anybody who's so far into their ideology and they think that everything from their ideology is exactly how they think, you got some issues. I'm going to say this right now. And a lot of people might not like it, but it's what people need to hear. If you're so far into your politics and you're not open to, listening to other people and whatever people, you're wrong for this, you're wrong for that, this person's great. And if you're so blinded by your politics, you need to open your eyes for a second and see how the world is. This man was a very big supporter of a certain human being who was running this year or last year, who was running in this past election. This certain person was banned on every social media platform, and then he decided to deactivate his social medias. Now he's back on Instagram. I think he's still deactivated on Twitter. Excuse me. But he was so far into his politics, and he said some very questionable things before. He's good offensively, he stinks defensively, and he's just as bad as of a person. Let's just get that straight. What else was I gonna say? So now there's other things that are being dragged around into the situation too. So Condre Miller has been dragged into into this situation because a certain thing happened where apparently DeAngelo stole his first NHL puck. Now I'm just getting this out of the way first because this is rumors and there's a lot of rumors going around. You know what? Let me get to the actual situation that happened. So this past Saturday, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Rangers played a game. Pittsburgh won in overtime. They scored. DeAngelo was on the ice. Georgiev was in net. DeAngelo was sort of blocking Georgiev's view. Georgiev was in the locker room, sitting slouched over. He was disappointed that they lost, like any, competitive person. And DeAngelo walks by him, and he says something sarcastic. I don't know exactly what he said, but he said something sarcastic to him, and it was a sarcastic remark that Georgiev didn't like. DeAngelo gets clocked in the face by Georgiev, which good on Georgiev. And then a scrum ensues. Apparently, I heard things that Condre Miller broke it up, but I think he's just getting dragged into the story. Apparently, Derek Stepan is actually the one that broke it up, and he actually stuck up for Georgiev and apparently, I heard someone saying that Stepan punched him out too, or hit him too, punched him in the face. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of rumors, and it kind of makes sense that there's rumors that people might believe because he's that type of person where anything that comes out you're gonna believe because he's done some incredible things before, some just unbelievable. He said some unbelievable things before, and this is just not so far-fetched for him. Now, do I think that he deserves to not be in this league? I think he deserves to not be in this league. He had his chance to fix himself, to actually be a representable player. No team is going to want him in this league. You have a past of being racist towards players, towards teammates. You have apparently a past of bullying players. He has a past of, and he just stinks defensively as well. So I don't think that that's going to happen, that he's back in this league. I think he's going to be out. I don't think he'll be back. He's done. It looks like nobody's going to really want to trade for him. The Rangers had trouble trading for him in the summer, or trading him in the summer, and now they're going to have even more trouble now. Now, he's also been told that he's played his last game with the Rangers. I think it's good. A lot of people are claiming that the Rangers have been hiding things. Now, back with the Condre Miller thing. So apparently, he stole the puck, Condre Miller's first NHL goal puck. And it does sort of sound like it would be something that he would do. Now, there's reports. So people are saying this because Condre Miller has no picture up on any of the Rangers socials for his first NHL goal, but they've done it for everybody else. They've done it for Duclair, Elias Anderson, who else? Capo Caco. They did it for fellow rookie as well, Alexis Lafreniere. And just everybody else has it, but not him. Now, excuse me. Now, it makes sense that would be the case, I guess, or it would make sense that would be the case, but Miller's agent and Tony DeAngelo is also saying that he never did it. That this is false. Could this be Miller's agent trying to cover up so it doesn't bring Miller into this into the situation, because he was already dragged into it? It could be. It could also be that this is just fabricated by people because it's believable that Tony DeAngelo would do something like this. Like I said, really any rumor that's out there could be you would assume is true because of who he is. But there's no actual proof saying that he's done it. There's just no picture up on the Instagram, and that's about it. And there's just claims. So until this is actually proven true or proven false, he's innocent in that department until he's proven guilty. But the thing of him being racist to other people, to teammates and whatever, That's completely out there. He was racist, like I said, in juniors. He was racist. He's apparently even bullied Condre Miller, like I said. We don't know if that's true. That's just rumors. I think that could be true as well. But apparently, like, Elias Anderson has come out saying that he was bullied. He felt like he was bullied in the Rangers dressing room. That's why he wanted out. And now then he was immediately after he was traded to the Kings. But they were looking to trade him anyways because I don't know what was going on over there. People were saying that he came out and said that and then they wanted to cover it up, immediately trading him after. But I think there was a report. I think he requested a trade from the organization already. So that's why he was traded. I don't think that it was the actual like him actually them trying to cover it up, but there are things that they have tried to cover up. I really got to stop talking. Oh my God. This is the thing about recording podcasts. I talk way too much. And then when I got to re-record, I've already talked so much and my voice gets so tired out. I hate it. But essentially, this is from anything that you might have, from this whole Tony DeAngelo thing, from what you've heard, I'm going to tell you this right now. Just don't be racist. Don't be racist and don't be an asshole. Like, you want to joke around, I get it. You want to make a joke, I get it. But there's things you can't say and things you can't say at the end of the day. It's coming to be that you can't say anything anymore. But at the end of the day, there's things that you should know not to say and know not to do. Just be a good, decent human being. That's all it is. Just be a good person. It costs nothing to be a good person. Tony DeAngelo, I don't care who he supports politically. I don't care I don't care. A lot of people bring up his politics. I don't care about who he votes for at all. He can vote for whoever he wants because at the end of the day, he's not racist because he votes for whoever he wants. He's racist because he's racist. God. I hate this whole situation too because he's an Italian player. Like I'm trying to, like my dad, he wanted Mete to be drafted by the Leafs because his idea is he wanted to bring a Calabrese flag to the game. Now it's possible Mete could be a Leaf because the Canadians are looking to trade him and he requested a trade. I hope the Leafs can trade for him for nothing. That would be awesome. But when there's an Italian player, I'm trying to cheer for that player. Like, I want to cheer for him. Tony DeAngelo made it impossible for me to cheer for him because he stunk for one. Two, he was a piece of fucking shit. That's that. There's nothing you could do about it. Super Bowl time. Now, I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl. I'm at a time limit, and I'm very nervous that this whole thing might just stop recording right now for no reason. But let's talk about the Super Bowl. Now, I was given some... what's it called? Predictions on my Instagram. I asked for predictions, and some of you guys took it seriously. Some of you guys didn't. And I love that you guys didn't take it seriously as well, because these are some funny responses that I got. My favorite one was Packers are going to win it. Let me just be very clear about this. Still salty about the Packers losing. Packers should have taken it. So that's great. Fuck you for saying that. By the way, it's my best friend who said that, so I love you, but fuck you. Then I got a couple people saying to me Brady's gonna have his seventh ring. I can see it happening because the Bucs are a good team. They're on a hot streak right now, and Brady, he should have lost that game. He didn't, but he should have lost, or they should have lost the NFC Championship game. They did it. He's in the Super Bowl, so it's very possible that he can win it. I don't think he will. I think Mahomes has it. If the Chiefs play well, which it can happen, Chiefs win, I'm going to be very happy. If the Bucs win, I'm going to probably, it's dry February, so there's going to be no drinking, but It's not gonna happen. I think Mahomes has it. I think he's a better QB. I think they have the better coach. I think they have probably the better team. Like the better they have. I think they have the better offense. They have the better tight end. I think they have the better. The receivers. I think the Buccaneers have it. But I think at the end of the day, it's gonna be whichever coach, comes out ready, is more well prepared. Now, my prediction for the Super Bowl. I had a score prediction. I said 30-27 when I first recorded this, and I am going to stick with that. I think it's going to be a score of 30-27. I think the Super Bowl MVP is going to be Tyrann Mathieu. I think he's going to have the game-winning pick, and he's going to have another pick along with that. He's going to have 2 picks. I think he's going to have a sack as well. But he's definitely going to have 2 picks. He's going to have the game-winning pick, and that's my pick for the Super Bowl MVP. It's out-of-pocket pick. Mahomes would probably be the better choice. But I'm going to go off the board. I'm going to pick Tyrann Mathieu as the Super Bowl MVP, the Honey Badger. Such a great player to watch. And if he wins that Super Bowl MVP, I'm going to be so happy for him. But that's about it. I think that it's going to be a great game. Now, there's going to be some other thing going on with the Super Bowl. I thought I'd end off with this. Supposed to be poetry at the game. Before the game. When I was playing football, or when I was playing sports, or whenever I'm watching sports, I'm usually listening to music, watching some pump-up videos, not necessarily reading Hamlet. Don't know why there is, poetry being read. It's very confusing to me, and I wish it wasn't happening. I'm not going to, I'm not slamming poetry, but I'm not going to slam poetry nights. I just realized that I did slamming poetry. Comedy genius. But I'm not going to slam poetry nights. I'm not, going, Blue 42, check that, Omaha. Nah. I'm keeping the football out of poetry, and keep the poetry out of football. There's nothing wrong with the girl that's supposed to be doing it. There's nothing wrong with poetry. It's just that I don't think that needs to mix. You're not gonna mix a chocolate milk with a steak in a blender. That's disgusting. It doesn't work. I just don't think it should be mixed. That's just all it is. If you think that is cool, it's cool. I think it's, it's nice that she's getting her shot. I think that they should have kept it out of that. You can think, I want you guys to tell me how you feel about the poetry. I want predictions for the Super Bowl. I want score predictions. I want NFL MVP predictions. I want to know if Brady's going to get a 7th ring. I want to know everything. I want to know what people are feeling about this. Anyways, you should let me know how you feel on the podcast Instagram at Leading the Pack Pod. You can also let me know on Twitter at Bonavoda _. You should also follow my Twitter or my Instagram at Bonavoda. That's all for this week. It's gonna be a longer episode next week, hopefully, with the Super Bowl. Gonna be screaming about something, probably laughing at Brady, hopefully, but you should check out the podcast on Spotify. Still figuring out what's going on with Apple Podcasts. Don't know what's going on there. That's still being figured out. I'm still figuring out, but I don't know. Check. This is still available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and on YouTube, along with some other streaming platforms. But you can check us out there, or check me out there. I'm the only person doing this. Anyways, I'll see you next week after Patrick Mahomes wins his 2nd ring. Ciao.